For joining us or will join later. We're here at the West London Mat at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhar Ki Jai. And we are going to continue the reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 4. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. So, Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Prasadena Tarupasya Vinirnayam Balopi Kurute Sastram Dristva Braja Vilasina. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Braja, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. Ramananda, can you give some darshan to the Lord before you close? Darshan.
Oh, okay.
Because we won't have a chance otherwise later. Yeah, give darshan to the lordships. We are happily reading about the Lord's glories and his pastimes, and we want to take darshan also, or give darshan to those who are joining us. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Chaturthas lokera artha kaila vivarana, panchamas lokera artha sunabhakta gana. I have described the meaning of the 4th verse. Now, all devotees, kindly hear the explanations of the 5th verse. Mula slokera artha karite prakasha, artha lagaite age kahiye ambas abasa. Just to explain the original verse, I should first suggest its meaning. Chaturta slokera artha eikala sara, premanama pracharite ei avatara. I have given the essential meaning of the 4th verse. This incarnation descends to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread love of God. When I read the Bengali, can you understand the meaning? Since you are Bengali speaker, yeah? Everything?
Not everything, but something.
Okay. Satya ei hetu kintu eho bahiranga, ara eka hetu suna ache antaranga. Although this is true, this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. Please hear one other reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. In the 3rd chapter, 4th verse, it has been clearly said that Lord Chaitanya appeared to distribute love of Krishna and the chanting of his transcendental holy name, Hare Krishna. That was the secondary purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. The real reason is different, as we shall see in this chapter. Purvajena pritivira barahari bare, Krishna avatirna haila sastrate prachare. The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. Swayam Bhagavanera Karma Nahevara Harana Stiti Karta Vishnu Karena Yagat Palana. To take away this burden, however, is not the work of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The maintained Lord Vishnu is the one who protects the universe. Kintu Krishnera Jai Haya Avatara Kala Baraharana Kala Tate Haila Misala. But the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the times for Lord Krishna's incarnation. Purport. We have information from Bhagavad Gita that the Lord appears at particular intervals to adjust a time-worn spiritual culture. Lord Sri Krishna appeared at the end of Dwapara Yuga to regenerate the spiritual culture of human society and also to manifest his transcendental pastimes. Vishnu is the authorized Lord who maintains the created cosmos, and he is also the principal deity who makes adjustments for improper administration in the cosmic creation. Sri Krishna is a primeval Lord, and he appears not to make such administrative adjustments, but only to exhibit his transcendental pastimes and thus attract the fallen souls back home, back to Godhead. However, the time for administrative rectification and the time for Lord Sri Krishna's appearance coincided at the end of the last Dwapara Yuga. Therefore, when Sri Krishna appeared, Vishnu, the Lord of maintenance, also merged in him because all the plenary portions and parts of the absolute personality of Godhead merged in him during his appearance. Purna Bhagavan Avatare Jai Kale Arasava Avatara Tante Asimile. When the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations of the Lord meet together within him. Narayana Chaturvyuha Masyadi Avatara Yuga Mamantara Avatara Jata Acheara Savyasi Krishna Ange Haya Avatirna Ache Avatare Krishna Bhagavan Purna. Lord Narayan, the four primary expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarsan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, Matsya and the other Lila incarnations, the Yuga avatars, and the Manvantara incarnations, and as many other incarnations as there are, all descends in the body of Lord Krishna. In this way, the complete Supreme Godhead, Lord Krishna himself, appears. Ataeva Vishnu Takana Krishnara Sarire Vishnu Dware Kore Krishna Asura Samhare. At that time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna kills the demons through him. Anusange Karma Eya Sura Marana Jailagi Avatara Kahi Seimula Karana. Thus the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation. Prema Rasa Nirjasa Karite Asvadana Ragamarga Bhakti Lokes Karite Pracharana Rasika Sekara Krishna Paramakaruna Eidui Hetu Haite Ichara Udgama. The Lord's desire to appear was born from two reasons. He wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of a spontaneous attraction. Thus he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. Purport. During the period of Lord Krishna's appearance, the killing of asuras or non-believers such as Kamsa and Jarasandha was done by Vishnu, who was within the person of Sri Krishna. Such apparent killing by Lord Sri Krishna was a matter of course as an incidental activity, but the real purpose of Lord Krishna's appearance was to stage a dramatic performance of his transcendental pastimes at Brajabhumi, thus exhibiting the highest limit of transcendental mellow in the exchanges of reciprocal love between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. These reciprocal exchanges of mellows are called Raga Bhakti, or devotional service to the Lord in transcendental rapture. Lord Sri Krishna wants to make known to all the conditioned souls that he is more attracted by Raga Bhakti than Vidhi Bhakti, or devotional service under scheduled regulations. It is said in the Vedas, Raso Vaisa, The absolute truth is the reservoir of all kinds of reciprocal exchanges of loving sentiments. He is also causelessly merciful, and he wants to bestow upon us this privilege of Raga Bhakti. Thus he appeared as his own internal energy. He was not forced to appear by any extraneous force. Aisvarya Gyanete Sava Jagat Misrita Aisvarya Sitila Preme Nahi Mora Prita. All the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me. Amare Isvara Mane Apana Kehina Tara Preme Vasa Ame Nahai Adina. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. Amake ta ye bhakta vaye ye babe tarese se babe vayi e mora swabave. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. Purport. The Lord, by his inherent nature, reveals himself before his devotees according to their inherent devotional service. The Vrindavan pastimes demonstrated that although generally people worship God with reverence, the Lord is more pleased when a devotee thinks of him as his pet son, personal friend, or most dear fiancé, and renders service unto him with such natural affection. The Lord becomes a subordinate object of love in such transcendental relationships. Such pure love of Godhead is unadulterated by any tinge of superfluous non-devotional desires, and is not mixed with any sort of fruitive action or empiric philosophical speculation. It is pure and natural love of Godhead, spontaneously aroused in the absolute stage. This devotional service is executed in a favorable atmosphere, free from material affection. Yeyata mam prapadyante tam stataiva vajami aham mama vart manuvartatante manushya pratap sarvasaha. In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward him accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Pritha. This is in the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna affirms that formerly, some 120 million years before the battle of Kurukshetra, he explained the mystic philosophy of the Gita to the Sun God. The message was received through the chain of disciplic succession, but in course of time, the chain being broken somehow or other, Lord Sri Krishna appeared again and taught Arjuna the truth of Bhagavad Gita. At that time, Lord spoke this verse, 4.11, to his friend Arjuna. You know that verse, Prabhu?
No, I don't actually know.
No?
Let's see. No, I don't know that one.
Okay. Mora putra, mora shaka, mora pranapati, ei babe ye moras kare sudha bhakti, apanake vada mane amara samahina, sei babe hai ami tahara adina. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend of his beloved, regarding himself as great and considering me his equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him. Purport. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, 3 kinds of devotional service are described, namely Bhakti, ordinary devotional service, Sudha Bhakti, pure devotional service, and Vidha Bhakti, mixed devotional service. When devotional service is executed with some material purpose, involving fruitive activity, mental speculations, or mystic yoga, it is called mixed or adulterated devotional service. That means Vidha Bhakti. Besides Bhakti Yoga, Bhagavad Gita also describes Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Dhyana Yoga. Yoga means linking with the Supreme Lord, which is possible only through devotion. Fruitive activities ending in devotional service, philosophical speculation ending in devotional service, and the practice of mysticism ending in devotional service are known respectively as Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Dhyana Yoga. But such devotional service is adulterated by the three kinds of material activities. For those grossly engaged in identifying the body as the self, pious activities or Karma Yoga is recommended. For those who identify the mind with the self, philosophical speculation or Jnana Yoga is recommended. But devotees standing on the spiritual platform have no need of such material conceptions of adulterated devotion. Adulterated devotional service does not directly aim for love of the Lord or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, service performed strictly in conformity with the revealed scriptures is better than such Vidha Bhakti, because it is free from all kinds of material contamination. It is executed in Krishna consciousness solely to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are spontaneously devoted to the Lord and have no aims for material gain are called attracted devotees. They are spontaneously attracted to the service of the Lord, and they follow in the footsteps of self-realized souls. Their pure devotion, Sudha Bhakti, manifested from pure love of Godhead, surpasses the regulative principles of the authoritative scriptures. Sometimes loving ecstasy transcends regulative principle. Such ecstasy, however, is completely on the spiritual platform and cannot be imitated. The regulative principles help ordinary devotees rise to the stage of perfect love of Godhead. Pure love for Krishna is the perfection of pure devotion, and pure devotional service is identical with spontaneous devotional service. Flawless execution of regulative principles is exhibited in the Vaikuntha planets. By strictly executing these principles, one can be elevated to the Vaikuntha planets, but spontaneous pure loving service is found in Krishna Loka alone. We can stop here today. We continue tomorrow. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, chapter 4. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. And Jai Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And we read a little from the Devotional Treasure Chest by Srila Bhakti Rakshaya Goswami Maharaj. We are in chapter 14, the path of the heart. Devotee. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita 7.19, Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlava. After many births, the enlightened soul, blessed with devotional association, realizes that everything is of the nature of subordinate to Vasudeva, and thus he surrendered unto me. Such a great soul is very rare. What exactly is the meaning here? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. From the Brahman conception, the different installments follow. In Brahman realization, there is a mass of consciousness, all consciousness. Then the next step will come. The consciousness is of an individual character. With deeper vision, individuality is added to consciousness. There is consciousness plus individuality. In fact, no consciousness can exist without individuality, without personality. Consciousness is personal. Personality and consciousness cannot be separate, one from the other. Whatever is considered to be differentiated from personality, that is only the halo of the personality. It is something like that. Moreover than halo, that Brahman is also the combination of minutest personalities of souls. Substance is of two kinds, sara or changing, perishable, and aksara, unchanging, eternal. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Sara Sarvani Bhutani, whatever we see in the changing aspects of the world, that is called Sara. And that what is unchangeable is called Aksara. Then he says, Jasmat Saram Atito Ham Aksarat Api Shotama Atosmi Loke Vedecha Patita Purusotama. Srimad Bhagavad Gita 15.18. My existence transcends both of these two substances, Sara and Aksara. So I am Purusotama. My name is Purusotama. My glories are sung in the world and in the scriptures as Purusotama, the Supreme Person. Purusotama means Vasudev. So, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. After many births, when the Gyanis, those of the impersonal school, come to understand that the prime cause of the consciousness of their quest is a personal one, then they will come to conceive of Vasudev. But Sat Gyanis are very rare to be found. Most Gyanis cannot cross this line. We stop here. Continue tomorrow. Jai Sri Devotional Treasure Chest Ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Yoga Deva Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Who wants to sing Hari Haraji? On camera. Prabhu? Hari Haraye Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha
Gopala Govindaram Srimati Sudana
Gopala Govindaram Srimati Sudana
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakti Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Rajuna Sri Gopala Bhakta Dasta Rajuna Jai Shri Guru Ganga Radha Girid Hari Jewel Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Paramahamsa Padavarta Kacharya Varya Astatara Tata Shishima Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Paramahamsa Padavarta Kacharya Varya Astatara Tata Shishima Shri Bhakti Rakat Shri Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Paramahamsa Padavarta Kacharya Varya Astatara Tata Shishima Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Shri Gaurika Sharadas Babiji Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Shri Satchidananda Shri Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishipad Shri Jagannath Das Babiji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvarga Ki Jai Nam Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Baladev Vijabhusana Ki Jai Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Narottam Shamananda Srinivasa Acharya Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Ki Jai all the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan Ki Jai Sarvashada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Sarvashada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopi Nashami Kun Radha Kun Givi Govardhan Gopal Ju Ki Jai Shri Lakshmi Viraha Devi Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Vigna Rina Shaya Shri Nasingadev Ki Jai Bhakti Prabhupada Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Tosi Maharani Ki Jai Ganga Janamati Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Taratamrata Ki Jai Vishnu Vaishnavata Sabha Ki Jai Akramatma Chi Chaitanya Mati Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Sarasvatmat Ki Jai Vishnu Biyapi Dadiya Sakamat Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Ki Jai Shri Nabarit Ki Jai Vrindavan Purushottam Brahm Ki Jai Baladev Shri Bajazad Jagannath Ji Ki Jai Shri Govinda Kun Ki Jai Shri Sadashri Gangadaraja Ki Jai Samaveta Vaishnava Manadle Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktivinda Ki Jai Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all these Hemba devotees Ki Jai. Itakora Premanandi Hari Hari Bhakti. Hari Jai.